Welcome to Wickerson Studios, the 114th script, continuing with planes and vector planes. I've decided to simplify a script quite a bit, just in an effort to show you how to build a pretty simple geometry and then make it more complex as you go. So what I've done here is if I go into viewing all, you see I have a cone. I've divided it into points. I've set planes on those points, very tiny planes, it turns out. There they are. I've rotated them so they face normals, which is nice. And I've grabbed, if I need the XYZ axis, I can grab those. But I put it into a Pathmapper. I made it null, and I was able to swap the item count in reverse order. So that's a reverse order item count formula that you get automatically by going into reverse list. But I put that into A and switch the A branch with the indices. So pretty much flip the matrix. That gives me positive values of these and negative values of these. So positive and negative. Never ended. Oh yeah, I did. I then grabbed a deconstruct plane on one side and the other, and I played with constructing again by mixing and matching the XY coordinates as opposed to the leaving the X and the X and the Y and the Y. Doing that allowed me to build these boxes and build these boxes. So I have two sets of boxes. And I don't do anything farther with these boxes, but these ones I actually do rotate. And I could do another type of rotation on these, or I could just choose those boxes to rotate. And I could choose these boxes to rotate. So I decided to stop the script short with a jitter node that has a range. So what you have is, first of all, the main control would be reduce the count down to something very simple geometrically, like a stair, like a two-set stair. You need some metal, but there it is. But you've got a good parametric fun control over the rotation of taking it and bringing it through 2 pi. So you kind of manipulate it if you thought about hinging it. Like, that's an interesting little step design, in my opinion. How would I engineer that into being a step ladder? I thought that would be pretty inventive to think about that. I could also take it through all as a rational number in the jitter, but to do a full jitter, you end up with a totally different animal as you start with this strange jittered step formation that means nothing, and then bring that back down into the 1 or into the 2. So you can take all these designs and play a little bit with them. And if you do that again with multiple steps, multiple UV counts, so let's go up to 6 UV count, which is a more complex animal. Come back in here, and you've just played with a little bit of Pathmapper. You've broken up the data. There's many forks in the road of where the script can end up going. But keep in mind that how many of these are dash lines. When you go to fancy lines, display fancy lines, look at how much of this is lists of lists, not just a single data, which happens to be number sliders. So very interesting kind of design. Come in here, rotate that up through, and there's your packaged form. Very nice, cool shape. To think of the transformation of that one into this other geometry, and we could jack this up so now it's on a jitter mode, all chaotic, and then reduce that right back to its packaging form. So I think that's really interesting to kind of play off of that. So the idea of transitioning this into this type of object very much appeals to me, and that's an engineering feat. Right now it's just a conceptual design. I think that's very exciting to play with. Anyway, short video. Hope you enjoyed it.